Xbox needs a huge 2023. I'm not talking about acquisitions. I'm not talking about Game Pass deals. Xbox needs to release games in 2023. 2022 was the worst year for Xbox in recent memory. I want to talk about why their 2023 needs to be huge right now. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell to know when this content goes live. I do appreciate you watching, and I'm passionate about this topic. Now, if you haven't read it yet, go check out Ryan's piece over on IGN. He just wrote about how I woke up still frustrated about Xbox's presence at the Game Awards last night, so I wrote an opinion piece about it on my flight home from LA this morning. Here's why I think Microsoft's Game Awards no-show was a slap in the face to Xbox players. I'll link to that in the description below. I highly recommend you read it. Ryan makes a lot of good points, and guess what? He's as frustrated as the rest of the Xbox community. We want good stuff to be excited about. We still don't have dates for Starfield and Redfall, for example. And even those are like 2 games. Those are like 2 games for a whole year, 2023. Big games, anyway, that a lot of people are talking about. Are they even going to land? We already saw the performance issues with Starfield. Bethesda games are notoriously buggy. There's been people talking about how Bethesda feels in a tremendous amount of pressure for that particular property. Redfall, I think, will do okay, but I don't think it's on the same scale as a God of War Ragnarok. So what does the rest of 2023 look like? There are all these games in the works that I'm excited about, and dead radio silence from Microsoft. We need things to look forward to. And I know the marketing beat right now is all about Starfield and Redfall, but you're going to have to do better than that when you're looking at the previous year for what Sony just did with nothing. They had God of War, Horizon, and Gran Turismo 3, and all those games won awards. All of them. Anyway, continuing on. Xbox needs to answer back in a big way. This is what I said in 2023. A lot of talk in 2022 about what's coming. And yet here we are, still waiting. 2021, it felt like they finally had some momentum. The Halo Infinite campaign came out and it was pretty solid, all things considered. Multiplayer ended up being a bust. Forza Horizon 5, phenomenal game, amazing game, looks gorgeous, runs gorgeous. We got all these teases for Fable from Playground coming around the corner, and then just nothing for the entirety of 2022. Sure, Plague Tale Requiem was on Game Pass. I mean, I guess you can take that one. It has to be substantial. That it needs to be first party exclusive on the Xbox ecosystem. Like you can't, your answer back can't be, well, we have third-party games on Game Pass. Yes, that's good. We need at least 2 major games a year. They promised something regular. That's what we were promised in 2022, and that has yet to transpire. Is 2023 going to be that year? I guess we'll find out. Whatever reveals they're teasing, and I'll get to that in just a second, had better be big, because 2022 certainly was not it, and 2023 is piled to the brim with big releases they'll need to compete with. Legend of Zelda is 2023. What else off the top of my head? Hogwarts Legacy is 2023. I believe the Suicide Squad game is 2023. There's a lot of big stuff coming next year. I believe Spider-Man 2 was just confirmed for 2023, and we have a Q1, Q2 release for Starfield. We don't know. Do we have a date for those games yet? We don't. We have a date for Final Fantasy 16. Like, come on. We don't have a date for a game that's coming out in Q1, Q2, but we have a date for the new Final Fantasy, which is much later in the year. It's nuts to me that we're currently here. And if you can't tell, I'm a little frustrated. I'm being tongue in cheek about it, but it's like me waiting for the next Xbox announcement. And it's me, I'm using this tweet as a joke. I hope you understand the joke, but like, we want games. So Aaron Greenberg has said, Here's the frustration. We have a lot planned to show and share about an incredibly exciting year ahead for 2023. Appreciate folks are eager to learn and see more. Timing is always key, but don't worry, you will not have to wait too long for what's next from us. We waited a year. Like, you guys know I like Xbox. I want to come on here and talk about the cool Xbox games that I'm playing. You know what I played this year? I finished the Gran Turismo 3 campaign. I put 90 hours in the God of War Ragnarok on the hardest difficulty because I enjoyed it. Gotta admit, I didn't touch Horizon very much, but now next year Returnal's coming to PC. I'm very excited to replay one of my favorite games from 2021, which was one of my top picks for game of the year. I think I went Halo because I'm a big Halo fanboy, because I like the campaign, and look how that turned out. Returnal was phenomenal. What do you have? Oh, Forza. I forgot about Forza. It's in his tweet. What's the date? We don't have a date for that. And here's the reaction. So this is all sort of coming to a head because of the Game Awards. Here's the type of stuff that we're seeing. Xbox presence was strong at the Game Awards. 0 nominations, 0 announcements, 1 Phil Spencer. I'll say this about Anthony, As Dusk Falls is an Xbox Studios game, and I think it won most impact. As Dusk Falls was good, but again, that's not what we're talking about. We need answers to God. We need answers to Ragnarok, and I don't mean like it has to be exactly the same. A lot of people give Sony crap because they say they're walking simulators. No, we need like a Gear 6. Even a Gear 6, is that really it? That's like the 6th entry into a franchise. I guess God of War's pretty far in there, and Gears is pretty phenomenal, but I don't think you're selling as many copies of Gears as you are as Sony is God of War Ragnarok, right? And that's an issue that needs to be addressed still. 2023 has to be a big year. 30 software makers, 0 nominations. The Xbox is a bust. This is the kind of stuff that we're seeing. This was on November 14th, 2022. November 14th, 2022. This is the mindset that people have about Xbox. You have all these studios. Where are the mega hits? Look, I know Grounded has a big player base. I know Sea of Thieves is really popular, and it's been doing an excellent job supporting that player base, right? That's awesome stuff. But you need to be consistent with releases. You need to have new things for people to look forward to. Sony has stuff that I'm looking forward to right now. I know Spider-Man's on the way. I guess on Xbox, you could say I'm most excited about Starfield, but I'm mostly a little concerned about Starfield, as I've talked about multiple times on here, because when you see that reveal, I'm just like, oh, that looks a lot like No Man's Sky in terms of mechanics. There's a lot of similar mechanics there. I want to be more excited about Starfield, but like, I'm worried I'm going to go into that universe and it's going to feel like I've already played that game, right? I get how you're probably thinking right now, well, Destiny, you played God of War like 400 times. Yeah, it's a good point. I don't get fatigued with God of War. I don't have franchise fatigue with God of War yet. It's one of my favorite franchises. It's probably why I don't have franchise fatigue with Halo yet. A little fed up with how multiplayer is going, but I stand by that campaign's pretty solid. Anyway, continuing on. This was posted 26 days ago. Xbox hasn't had an exclusive game nominated to the Game Awards for 10 years now. Nothing in 2013. That was Last of Us and Mario game. 2014 was Bayonetta. 2015 was Bloodborne and Mario Maker. 2016 Uncharted 4. I know it's grainy. I just recognize the box covers. 2017. I don't know what game that is. I'm going to guess Horizon. And then Zelda on the other side. 2018, God of War and Spider-Man. 2019, Death Stranding and a Mario game. 2020, Last of Us Part 2, Ghost of Tsushima, Animal Crossing. 2021, Ratchet and Clank, Metroid. 2022, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon, Xenoblade Chronicles. What did Xbox have? Nothing. Nothing for 10 years. Some might say, hey, that's a problem with the Game Awards. Well, I do think it was certainly problematic that Halo didn't get nominated for a single thing, and it was very clearly pointed out last year that it would still be in the running. Forza did win stuff last year, but Yeah. Wait a minute. Do they have 2021 on here? Where's Forza? Forza was nominated. It's okay, Rocky. You go when you're ready. They haven't had an exclusive game nominated to the Game Awards for 10 years now. Sorry, I'm just thinking about this out loud. Forza won a bunch of stuff in 2021. So I'm a little confused. Maybe they mean Game of the Year. Game of the Year? Yeah, I don't think Forza was nominated for Game of the Year. And then, you see stuff like that reiterated here. The Canadian Cowboy said, this is super interesting. The yearly Game Awards nomination last gen for Game of the Year, PlayStation 9, Nintendo 7, Xbox 0. Yeah, so it's for the Game of the Year, right? 970. So that tweet looks familiar until you look at the date. That was 2020. Here we are, 2022. People are saying the same thing. Xbox, you have to figure this out. This release cadence throughout the year, you can't just cram stuff in December 20th. You're just evaporated from the conversation unless that conversation is, hey, Halo's terrible right now. What are you doing? Bonnie's leaving 343. What's going to happen with the future of that franchise? I love Xbox. I love Halo. I like a lot of the games that Xbox is doing, but this narrative isn't going to go away unless you solve this issue. And I really want you to, because I can sit here and talk about the games that I'm looking forward to. What I want to do, though, is I want to sit on here and I'm like, this is Game of the Year, hands down, no questions asked. And I think we all knew this year, two games you could have said that about. I think a lot of people said that about God of War Ragnarok. And I think even more people said that about Elden Ring. Maybe Xenoblade Chronicles is in there. Nobody said anything about any Xbox property even having a chance of winning Game of the Year in 2022. In 2021, IGN gave Forza Horizon 5 our Game of the Year. So there's people out there that like Xbox stuff. Game Awards, nothing. Xbox has to do a better job with the companies, the release cadence, and it has to happen in 2023. People are fed up. If you look at the consensus out online right now, you can see it. You can see the dissent from Xbox fans like myself. We're kind of pissed. No announcements at the Game Awards. A 2.5 hour show. How long was it? 3 hours? Zero. Not a new clip from Starfield, unless you count the 3 seconds that were in the Game Pass commercial. Nothing about Forza. You couldn't figure out how to get a Forza thing together. Nothing about Redfall. No character reveal. Not a look at gameplay. Not like a little snippet of a mission or something. Nothing. To one of the biggest industry events of the year. Granted, it's at the tail end of the year. Not a new hardware SKU. Phil Spencer didn't get up on stage and talk about the new Kojima game. Nothing. That's what we got. Nada. That's why people are mad. You have to bring it in 2023. Whatever this thing Aaron Greenberg is talking about, it has to be huge or you're going to get eviscerated, right? You have so many studios. You have about as many studios as Sony has. And look what Sony, I give them a lot of shit. I don't like that they charge $70 for the games, but now Xbox does that too. Are they doing that because they feel confident about the year going forward? I certainly hope so, because that cadence needs to be perfect throughout 2023. Like, you need to be on stage next year at the Game Awards. Like, it has to happen. 10 years. 10 years. People are fed up. They need to see games. Period. I love Xbox. I think they're doing amazing things. I really thought they would have it going by 2022. But we had a light year in 2020. 2021, it looked like they were finally picking it up. 2022, they dropped the ball somehow. COVID, sure, whatever. But like, Sony managed to knock out 2-3 bangers last year. Or at least delay them smartly in hindsight. Time's going to tell what happens. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. I am frustrated. I'm definitely frustrated. I want to be celebrating Xbox. I want to be talking about the amazing Xbox games I played this year. And I played a few that were good. I played stuff that was great on Game Pass. That's third party. Where are my experiences that I will remember, that have an emotional impact? Where are the games that I'm going to be talking about for years to come? Because that used to be Xbox. Mass Effect 1, right? The original Gears series, the Halo franchise. They had it in the 360 era. We all know what happened with the Xbox One era and Xbox Series X era. It's going okay. Ooh, not if you look at this year. 2023 has to be big. Let's see what you got. It's time to lay the hammer down if you have one. Because if you don't, I think people are starting to wane on enthusiasm about things. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below. A little bit of a rant there for me. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell to know when my content goes live. I greatly appreciate it. I appreciate you watching. I hope all my Xbox fans don't bail en masse because what I'm trying to explain is I want to be celebrating great games that Xbox has released, like the phenomenal. I'm talking like amazing, spectacular things. I loved Gears 5, right? I want to be talking about Gears 6. I want to be talking about Forza Motorsport like I did with Forza Horizon 5. I love the Halo Infinite campaign, and it's just been nothing for a year. It's like not great, right? Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell to know when content goes live. I greatly appreciate it. Thanks so much to the members for supporting me and allowing me to have little rants like this one. I appreciate you watching. If you want to become a member, it's right there-ish. Thank you, Arrow. And if you want to catch up on the latest video I made about the Activision Blizzard acquisition from Microsoft, because those seem to be really popular, you can check that out right here. Hit that subscribe button. I'm going to get out of here, and I'll see you for the next one. Bye for now, everybody.